Wait, is that right? Wait, there we go. Okay, good. Who am I?
Lucas, is that you?
Yes, it is I.
Um,
I literally come out. Hey everyone, and welcome to Why Are You Still Here? This is special features number 18. I'm just getting right into it, Lucas. We don't have time for the pleasantries for this episode. You know what I'm saying?
and
I'm
various other
dispensing with all
sundries.
pleasantries. So, yeah, episode 18 of special features. Real quickly, special features, if you don't know, is our monthly episode where we talk about, maybe upcoming episodes, maybe stuff that we're working on in the old editing room, maybe something that we just recently recorded or we're thinking about recording, just plans on the horizon, as well as it used to be like little behind the scenes stuff as well that kind of went out the window. But the biggest portion of this, which is why I had to just jump right into it today, is show and tell. And that's by far Lucas's favorite part of
And
this whole
apparently Brandon
segment.
has he had to rent a U-Haul. Like I could hear it from my house backing up into his.
Yes. This is
So
no
it took him like
exaggeration.
it said the creature Brandon. He said he said it took him like 2 hours to get all this shit
Yeah, I started
downstairs.
setting up at 1:30.
And then when I texted him, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm ready." And then he goes, "Well, I'm not ready yet." I'm like, "Okay, well, I went and showered and
Yeah,
started
you
my
can tell.
laundry." And then he was
Yes.
ready. So apparently Brandon has
Yes.
he gave me a guesstimate or this might be an actual number of 40.
It's technically more, I think. Technically. Um,
This
which it'll
highballer.
make more sense when we start going. Some of it won't, but some of it will. So yeah, it's a lot. And I no exaggeration, I think it was 7 trips down to the basement. See, that's where it differs between, Lucas and I, is that we both record in the basement, right? And
Yes,
I don't live in the basement.
we're both gay virgins that live in our parents' basements.
Yeah, you don't want
Take
to
that,
say that to
haters.
people. That will stick with us, unfortunately.
But that's why it's funny. I entertain myself at everybody
Yes.
else's expense.
I don't know if I should have put it brighter like that.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, it looks fine. Um anyway, yeah, so Lucas lives in the basement. I don't live in the basement. So when I bring things down to the basement, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. I live in the opposite of a basement. I live on the second floor. So not ground, not basement, second floor, right? Up here. This
And
is
then
where I live.
and the thing is by the third trip, he's about to pass out.
It was a lot of sweat. That's for damn sure. A lot of sweat. And a lot of our stuff, well, at least some of our stuff is the same. And I had to set up certain things because let's be honest, I'm not picking up. This is the biggest reason that it took so long to set up is I'm not going to pick up every individual thing.
Very good.
I refuse. It's just not happening.
I can do that today.
Not only would that take us forever, but it runs risk of damaging certain things. So I'm just like, no. So I'm going to go about a slightly different way. For 2 groupings of items, I'm going to grab my trusty phone here, and we're going to go into Brandon mode.
Oh, good Lord.
First person Brandon mode, and then we'll check out those items. But yeah. And I think that's really it. Though living in the basement comes with its benefits because Lucas had a solo video, his first solo video.
No one gave a fuck. It's awesome. It's so cool.
Um, yeah, it might just, I don't know why. It might be because of the movie or whatever. Maybe people just don't care about the movie. Um,
Well, we'll
because
find
it
out
it,
on Friday.
it was professional. I was surprised. Not that I didn't think that Lucas was capable of such things, but
No,
it
that's
just
what he thought.
he went about it in such a different way than I go about solo videos. Like it's my solo videos are very much so just like our regular show, just with me. But you had like a whole new backdrop going on, and you had like your hook was like the introduction of what you're going to talk about. Fortunately for me, I stumble over my words so much that I'm
Yes.
brimming with hooks when I do it by myself. But I liked it. It reminded me of like a Cody Leach or something. Who, side note, sucks ass apparently. Who knew? I hate him. Anyway, so we'll get into this, and yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking of
yeah,
saving the best for last, but maybe I won't just to keep everybody's interest.
I don't know. I don't even know how to go about this, and
All
even
right, well,
remotely.
I'll start it then. How about that? If you don't know how to even go about it remotely, Brandon, I got a stack.
Okay,
I got a stack of
you
stuff.
you start it off, and then I will do five in between, and then and then you go, and then I'll do the last one. I think that works.
That works swimmingly. I don't know what that was whatsoever, but
I don't know either.
so I I have a stack of Ghostface masks. Obviously, we
Hmm.
we both have those to show off.
Yes.
Brandon and I uh were in cahoots to find these, and we found all of them locally except for one because we couldn't wait to get our grubby little paws on at least one. So, well, one of these I got online too, a different one, but that's neither here nor there. So I guess we'll just start with the
Yes.
first one that's on the stack. They're in no particular order. The first one I picked up, I got my Chrome mask this year. I missed out on it last year, and I
Nice.
saw this daddy, and then
Yes.
I bought two of them at the same time.
I put mine in order.
I have mine only in order of the like hard masks that will go on the wall because my 25th is no longer up on the thingy as per your advice from the previous video that we did. So the rest, okay, just whatever. That doesn't matter. Does that matter? I don't know. Am I just gonna show off my whole stack then and just keep going through?
Um, sure.
Okay, cool.
It doesn't matter.
So this is this is my first ultra white. Well, I guess is it really considered an ultra white or is it just
People are calling it like an ultra white,
yeah, I
but it's
guess I would say so.
it's the ultra white mold. That's for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, so like it's not noticeable on camera whatsoever. There's no way you're gonna be able to tell, but like it's not like a stark, really bright white. It's like an off white almost, and I really like the color. And I got to be honest, I love the mold of the one that I got. I think it's fucking great. Like this is the one of the best looking ultra whites I've ever seen, in
Yeah,
my
it it,
opinion.
it
Like
looks
here, if I can pull it
good.
up, like it's
I mean, it's all the same mold.
I love him. Like
It's
I'm
not like there's different
actually
molds for
shocked.
these masks.
It's just when you see the other ultra whites in the store, they fucking have the spots all over them. They're all squished and gross. Like I'm saying, I like the
If
way
I
this one
could
looks. I like his eyes.
translate what Lucas said into English, I would assume that he means the shape of the mask
Sure.
rather than the mold of the mask.
Yeah, that's
The
totally what I mean. Where they get all
the
deformed and nasty
because
by the
they
time you
get
get them.
pushed into boxes, and it can be a disaster, and you can reshape them. I've had some luck with reshaping. You have to and Lucas and I were having a discussion yesterday. Like, he thinks that he has to be like, like super delicate with these masks, and it's like you really don't, because if you've ever seen the process of reshaping, you'll realize
Don't you
that.
use like
I
a
mean,
hair dryer and like
a hair dryer or a heat
pins,
gun,
and when you like
and you
hold
heat
it,
them
and
up
I saw some
massively.
chick doing on YouTube.
Somehow the paint doesn't come off. That was my main concern, was it will it damage the paint when you heat it up to the point where it almost becomes like it's so pliable, it's almost liquidy, that like, wouldn't that mess up the paint? But it doesn't. Somehow it doesn't.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to
And
clean
that's it, guys.
them. There you go. Enjoy. So the next few ones I got two of them, but I'm not going to show off both of them. You know what I mean? So I just picked my favorite of the two.
uh
So as well, I just fucking ruined it. It's the Crypt Creature mask, which
Indeed.
I'm telling you, these bad boys are gonna go. If they don't re-release them next year, which I hope they don't, because I have two now, and I can just become a scalper, live long enough to see myself become the villain. Um, this bad boy is gonna be worth some serious cash.
I hope so.
I
That would
really
be
like
nice.
it.
There's so
It's like
many of them releasing, though. It's hard to know. But then again, what released more than anything else in existence, and that would be
like
in standard EU, and those go for over $100. So
So this the glow in the dark one I didn't buy two of, and the chrome one I didn't buy two of because I figured it's not really that big of a deal. But this bad boy, like I said, I had to get two, and this one of the two is my favorite shaped one because the other one's a little wider. This one's like a little more narrow, looks a little more gaunt to have like the gauzy stuff on. I really like this bad boy, except for on both of them, there's a little too much black on the side for my liking. But
they're awful with that
oh yeah,
this
it's
year.
fucking
I mean, they have been for a while now, but it's something that you never saw on older masks. Never.
like this one is
Never.
absolutely horrible. Like I love
Never.
this mask except for this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have it just on the opposite side, the right side instead of the
Mm-hmm.
left. Um, I mean, when you have a bootleg mask that can do a better paint job than the real company itself, then that really means something.
Yeah, that's actually now that you mention it, that's much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, it's perfect, just about.
Yep.
Yeah.
So here's okay. I'll save the best one for last of the masks. But here is the Dead by Daylight Arctic Ghostface mask. Another one.
Indeed.
I love
Indeed.
the shape of this one that I got. It's fucking
I went
gorgeous.
through, you'll see it when I go to those, which I think, I mean, that's going to be the last thing I do is show mine, but I went through and I reshaped
Yeah, I
the
haven't done
hood
that
because
yet.
it has wire in it.
Yeah,
Reshaped the hood to look like the
like
picture,
the picture.
and
I was thinking
it
of
was
doing
a
that, but I haven't done it
motherfucker.
yet.
It was a motherfucker.
But this one, let's see. His paint job, just as fucking.
Oh yeah, it's awful.
But this
Absolutely
is
awful.
good though. This was one of the better paint jobs on the like the I'm assuming that's like supposed to be like dried blood or something on his face.
I think it's
Dried
frozen blood, but it makes no
frozen.
sense because the one coming from the eye makes sense, but the one that just goes up to the nose, what is that? Like, it's
Yeah,
not coming out of the nose.
but so I saved the best one for last, obviously. The one that everybody is looking for. The one that Brandon had to order online from
I
Caulfield
did.
Caulfield Novelties. Shout out.
Yep. Cost $30 each or
Yep.
whatever.
Exactly. But I mean, it is really nice. We were afraid it was just going to be in a hard plastic one with the shit painted on there, but Nope.
I didn't think it was going to be painted on there. I thought it was going to be, I didn't think it was going to be hard plastic necessarily. What I thought was it was going to be printed. So what gave me that idea is that the Halloween Ends knife that came out last year, like it looks really cool from a distance. It looks rusty and like, dirty. And then if you actually just look at it, it's printed. Like it's a printed design, so every single one looks exactly the same. It's probably printed from the screen use prop, but
Yeah,
the
whatever.
point is it's printed onto
But
it.
so when I gotta tell you though, when I looked in the mask, I was like, what the fuck? Because you look in there and it's black,
Yep.
and then this that they put in like the some of the hard plastic ones for your
Yeah, I don't
forehead.
know why that's there.
It's really
That
goofy, but
confuses me.
yeah. So
But the
fun ghost
black
face masks.
makes sense because a lot of times when they do that kind of design on it where they want like a
Yeah,
darker
it's like a
tone to
black,
come through, then
and
they'll
then they
mold
paint
it in
over it.
black.
Yeah, but I mean, super fucking cool though. I really like it. I can't wait to find one in store so I can sift through and look at different shapes and different paint jobs and stuff.
If that'll happen.
Well, I'm on the list, so hopefully when they get them, they'll call me.
I don't think every spirit is gonna get them, unfortunately.
Not that, like
Um
from the local
oh,
Halloween
that's
store.
right. Well, they might not get them either though.
Well,
We'll see.
she said they were
She didn't
getting
even
them
know
for
what they
sure.
were. She's like, "What new mask?" It's like, shouldn't you know about this if you're a
Well,
distributor?
no, as in like I thought they got them in and like they had new masks. I guess that's what the loss in translation was. Anyway, I guess that's my first grouping, and Brandon will elaborate further with his collection, which is pretty much like the same.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have all your duplicates down there, do you?
All one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, there's 6 masks sitting over there.
Beautiful.
Indeed. Okay. Um, okay. Um, okay. So I guess I'll start like this. First item to show off. This fucking shirt. Look at that.
There you go. You've been
Na
looking
na
right at
na
it the whole time and
na
you had no idea.
na 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 na
God,
na
look how
na.
ripped he is.
Yeah, I got it from Lucas's favorite store,
Which one? I have quite
Meyer.
a few. Oh,
Um,
they're remodeling my Meyer, and it's like everything is in a different spot, and I absolutely hate going in there. So, fuck you, Meyer. Michael Myers
yes.
bought at Meyer. It's pretty funny.
So I'm gonna start small and then ramp up here. I got this yesterday, was not planned. I saw it at Satan's hellhole. I mean Best Buy. And I was like, oh yeah, like I knew about this existing because Anthony showed me a picture after he built it, but I didn't know that it was so cheap. But it's this bad boy. So Lego Aston Martin. And I have the Big Daddy version, which
Uh-huh.
was like a billion pieces. This one is 298 pieces. And the other one was like for the anniversary of James Bond, the 50th anniversary, 60th anniversary of James Bond. They released this, Lego said it was like this big, like this
Mm-hmm.
tall, this long. That was the Aston Martin DB5. That's correct, right? I think that's correct. Yep. And I think it's super cool. It has all the gadgets and stuff on it. So as you're building it, it's like, in the instruction book looks like it came from Q branch, whatever. It's awesome. The one problem is that it's too big for minifigure scale, and it didn't come with any minifigures, so there's no James Bond that came with it,
What an
unfortunately.
absolute shame.
But this is what sold me on it immediately, because I picked this up and I was like, oh, that's cool. And it was like $14.99.
Oh, that's
And
cheap
so
as
I was
hell.
like, okay. And then I looked at it and I'm like,
There's a little James
what
Bond in
is
there.
that in the driver's seat? Oh yeah. And so
There you
then I
go.
picked it up immediately and I purchased it.
Very good.
Yes, indeed. Um, eh, I'll show. Yeah, okay. Um, this was something I went to the thrift store yesterday looking for something very specific, and which Lucas has to start doing as well.
Yes.
It'll become a 3 time a week thing or an everyday thing, whatever. Um, and I came across something that I was like, oh, that's really cool. It was a pile of them, and it was these comic books. And this one's really old. It's from 1970.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, I mean it's damaged, unfortunately. But it was just this random pile of comic books by the Lucas's favorite. Um by the books. And I'm like, this is really weird because it's not something you usually see at a thrift store. And so I went through them and I got the ones of interest, like Marvel, and DC. This one's a newer one. Doesn't really matter, but whatever. So I picked these up and I'm like, does anybody know how the price of these things? And there were some guys shopping in the books and they were like, they're probably like 50 cents each because that's the price of paperback books. And I was like, oh, okay, sounds good. They're like, though you never know. By the way, I saw two Guitar Hero guitars there.
Oh, very good.
They
How much
were
were they?
$30 each.
Well, that's still good if they work, but wow. I guarantee you they're untested
Yep.
and they don't fucking work.
I mean, they were in perfect condition.
Mm.
And so I took these to the front because some of them are old. Like most of these that I'm showing are from like 95, 96.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh, okay, comic books. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, let me ask my manager. And so she goes and asks her manager, and her manager goes, yeah, I don't know how much those would be. Our expert is gone.
They just
And I'm
gave
like,
you for free.
expert?
Yeah, they are into the reselling shit. If it was Goodwill
Uh
specifically, they have a whole eBay page and they're fucking insane.
I mean, it's all Goodwill, right? That's not like a company. It was Salvation Army. And I was like, okay, well, now I have a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. And she's like, let me go and price check these. And she walks away with the grouping of them. And I was like, now
You're
I'm already
fucked.
prepared. I'm prepared to be like, never mind, and
Yeah.
just leave. Like I
Just
did them
say,
a favor
I want it. Yeah,
going through
right.
these things and sorting them and stuff. And they said it had some Harold Porter books. Again, 50 cents each. And so I almost bought them.
They
But then I was
hardcover?
like, you know what? I'm gonna leave them for somebody that doesn't have these,
Very good.
so they can be introduced to
Experience the magic.
the wizarding world of Harold Porter. Um,
How altruistic of you.
so yes, indeed. And they were like perfect condition too.
Were they hardcover?
No, they were soft cover, but they were like originals.
Oh, that's dope.
Anyway, and hardcover ones probably sell real quickly. She comes back with them, and I'm like, oh God. And then she hands them to the cashier and she goes, book price. And I was like, oh my God, thank God. So they ended up being 50 cents each.
Oh, very
So
good.
everything I just showed was like $4.75 or something like that with tax. So I have no idea if they're worth more than that. But anytime I see something like that, that's like legitimately old, I mean, that one was from the 70s, but the rest of them are as old as me. So, I feel Like I'll just take them. Some of them are in really good condition too. So they obviously came from like somebody's attic or something.
Indeed.
Indeed. And these aren't really part of the category, but I'll just throw them in anyway. Um Texas
Very
Chainsaw
good.
Massacre.
I played one match of it so far. What do you
This
think?
was incredibly difficult to get my hands on. Um, Nobody has it in physical form, apparently. And there was no Best Buy that had it around here. They claimed they had one in stock at the Best Buy I was at, your Best Buy.
Hmm.
And I asked them about it, and they're like, we don't have it, unfortunately. They went to the back and looked. And I was like, well, you know what? Maybe they're lying to me. So I went on Best Buy and then I ordered it from there in store pickup.
That happened to me
And
once.
it was like getting it ready for you. And I'm like, you bastards. And then all of a sudden it says, will arrive in store on August 27th. And I
Oh
was
wow.
like,
That's not today.
uh, no, thank you. Like, what? That's 5 days from today. Um, so I just started going to other stores. I went to a couple Walmarts, none of them had it until I finally went into Ghettosville and at the Walmart in Ghettosville, and they had one copy. One copy. And I asked the guy, I said, could I get that Texas Chainsaw Massacre? And he was like, oh, we don't have it. And I'm like, no, it's right there. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, it's right there. And he walks over and he's like, oh my God, when did this come out? And I was like, yesterday. And he was like, oh my God, all day today we've been telling people we didn't have it.
That's great.
And I'm like, all right, cool. Because like apparently they kept getting calls about it. So I lucked out with that. But anyway, I think it's okay. I think that Friday the 13th was better. But then again, you're looking at a game that had, was out for a while at that point. The difference with Texas Chainsaw Massacre as opposed to Friday the 13th is that that game came out digitally for about a year and then came out physically for like the mass public, like it wasn't even involved. It wasn't even available on consoles initially. It was only computer. So it PC. I don't know if it was for Mac either, but whatever. So you had like a year of PC. So it had like a while to really like work itself out by the time it came to consoles. So I'm sure it'll get better. I think it's okay. I've played like 10 matches probably
Hmm.
now. I like playing as Leatherface. Like that's the thing. I'm not a big fan of playing as victims. Like I really like playing as the family and really
Oh
just
yeah,
two
I'll agree.
people. Leatherface is fun to play as, but my favorite is the guy, like the normal looking guy. Like how they added two new characters to the game, Sissy and
Yeah, I don't know the other guy's name, but he looks like a like a normal looking dude, like a fucking construction worker guy. I don't fucking
he's
know.
like the Matthew
The lumberjack looking
McConaughey.
guy.
He's like the Matthew McConaughey or the Viggo Mortensen character,
Yep.
from 3 and 4. Um, but he's my favorite because he can track footsteps. Because finding like survivors or victims or whatever they're called is next to impossible, especially if they're not moving. Like Friday the 13th, you could scan for them. Can't do that in this game. It's really difficult to find people. So whatever. What are you gonna do? Um, I've had fun with it though. I played as a survivor or whatever a couple times too, and that was okay. Uh, got some old school daddy up in here, and that is Mission Impossible Operation Surma for GameCube.
By Atari, no less.
Yeah, I used to have this on PS2 back in the day, and I
Yeah,
was
that's
like, you know
gross.
what? I want this again in my life. And so I decided to, and it's not in the best condition, but I think it cost like $5 from
Yeah,
Mercari
whatever.
with like $7 shipping or something, but whatever.
Jesus. That's how they get you.
It is. Um, so yeah, that was cool. And then this one needs no introduction. This is the last one of this grouping. Um, I told you that I went to Trash Depot
Yes.
and I found a diamond in the rough. This, if you are a GameCube fan and just video game lover in general, you know the importance of this game. Okay. This is one of the finest GameCube games in all of existence.
You know, I saw like a little bit of the orange before you put it up, and I'm like,
Yes.
I bet you, like, I stupidly made the joke in my head, The Incredibles, but it
Yes.
actually is The Incredibles.
It is The Incredibles. This is a fine, fine game.
And why did
And
you purchase this?
because it's one of the best game it's one of the best GameCube games in existence.
It actually is. Like, you're
Yeah,
not
it's one
making
of
like,
my it is literally the best. But you want to know something else about this game?
sure.
I'm absolutely lying through my teeth. I bought this simply for the case.
Oh,
The case is in perfect condition, and I needed it for my From Russia with Love. And it was only $7.99. It was the cheapest game there. Besides, there was like $4.99 ones, but they
but they
were
were
like,
trashy,
first off, they were the MLB games or whatever,
and they have
and
the
they were in
stickers.
awful condition. So yeah, so a sticker and terrible condition. This was in such good condition. Look how perfect that is.
Yeah,
Just to buy, I hate that they put this sticker on it, but that's a different story.
those stickers are
Anyway,
easy to take off.
I hope so,
Just gotta do it really
because
slow.
this could devalue it, but it is in such good condition. Like, look at this stupid thing. Look at it, even has a sheen to it. It's so good. It has no damage at all that I could think of. So I was like, and if you buy just a GameCube case in and of itself, it's like $20.
Yeah, because people are
Sometimes
fucking
upwards
stupid.
of $30. And this one comes with the disc. I was going to show you this the other day. I was going to take a picture of it and say, look at this. And I was going to do the same thing where I'm like, this is the best GameCube game ever. And I thought it would be funnier to do it like face to face, though, rather than over text. So long story short, next time I work and you work too, that disc is going to end up in your backpack.
Cool. I'll try it out. Let you know what I think.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Actually, you know what? I'll throw these in there too, just to make it quicker.
Cool.
Resident Evil Death Island.
Wow, it came out on a
Steelbook.
steelbook. That's pretty cool.
Yes, ma'am. Apparently this is I haven't watched it yet. Obviously, it's sealed still. I like to keep my stuff sealed. I like to keep my stuff sealed until we do special features for the most part, unless I'm just really excited, just so it makes it easier to actually do the showing off of said things. And then I will be able to unwrap them and put them in protectors and stuff when we're
I never
finished.
wait.
But that's what she said. Anyway, what does that mean? Who knows? But apparently this is the best animated Resident Evil movie, and that's really saying something because there's some real winners. Then there is the last movie that James Gunn did that I liked ever for the rest of his career, and that is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It is cool. It actually really grabs your attention, like if you're in a store, you know, just goes right to it. So yeah,
That's nice.
I had to have this pre-ordered, store pickup. They sold out in, I don't know, just a few days. It was impossible to get it upon release. You had to have it pre-ordered. And then I took personal offense to something Lucas said in his solo video where he's like, this movie reminds me of some other movies, Gran Turismo. Kind of like the Fast and the Furious movies, even though I'm not a fan of the Fast and the Furious movies. And I said, fuck you.
Yeah, I don't care.
Fuck you. And it just shows, like, when you say I'm not a fan of the Fast and the Furious movies, that's the same thing as saying I don't know what I'm talking about. Because everybody's a fan of the Fast and the Furious movies as long as you give them a chance. And that doesn't mean all of them, but most recent one, Fast X, This is the only one I did not see in theaters. Starting with 7, 7, 8, 9. Saw those in theaters. 10 I did not, but I had the rest of them on Steelbook, so I'm like, I'm sure it's fine. Plus Aquaman's in it, Jason Momoa. And like some of the movies are okay, some of them are terrible, whatever. The best one hands down is the fifth one. That's everybody's favorite. You know, like people that don't like car movies or anything, they love the fifth one. Plus it's got Gal Gadot in it. 5 and 6 have Gal Gadot in it, and
Okay,
that
Brandon.
immediately means that that is a movie for Lucas. I can't believe it. I ain't never seen her. I think that was like one of her first movie roles. But yeah, 5 and 6 are good. The rest are kind of but that's it.
For grouping number 1.5. That wasn't all
Yes.
your stuff, obviously.
No.
You're disgusting. All right, then I'm gonna be quick. I'll save my most interesting part for last, but I did pick up this bad boy when I saw him. I didn't get him last year, but I wanted to get him. It's Duckface
2020.
Halloween 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
The other ones, he looked like he was straight up smiling. So I'm like, it's like with the way it was painted, like it looked like that. So
I did notice with these two that there was like a difference in shape of like nose and stuff too, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah, so I looked, there was like there's 3 of them. So I looked at all of them. This was the best one of all of them.
That's what they had at the Spirit I went to yesterday as well. And it's super cool. My first reaction to it when I first saw it was because I got, I have mine from 2020, which was the last time they were out. And I'm like, oh my God, like I was surprised at how small they are. Like that was my first reaction to it. I'm like, interesting, because like the one Lucas has is like it's like the size of like a little smaller than like a basketball maybe.
Yeah, I would say.
And the one that I got from 2020 is like 2 times that size. It's like doing this means nothing to
Yeah, that
people
means
watching.
nothing to
I
me.
understand that. But I don't know, it's like 2 of these.
It was at this moment that he
Whatever.
knew
I'll show a picture.
he fucked up.
It's bigger though.
Show a picture of it
think
next to your Ghostface popcorn tub, and that will be the perfect comparison because I'll have a picture of it next to mine.
That will be a perfect comparison. Yes, I will take that as soon as we're finished. Yeah, and I think it might be a different mold as well, because I did notice that the smaller ones like you have look a little bit better than the one I have. But as far as the face goes, I think the pumpkin and body and everything is exactly the same, but the face mask is a little bit different. Yes. So
all right, you can do your, I guess, do whatever you want, because I just have one last thing to show off, and it's interesting.
Here's one of
I can't wait to hear what you'll say.
I'm scared. Here's one of the more
as you should
items. Be. This thing I had to have it like pre-ordered on Amazon forever, and I see
I'm trying to
figure out what it is.
If I go over here, can I see more?
Spoiler alert, you'll probably not care about it, but whatever. These sold out so quickly. They were an exclusive to the Warner Brothers website, I think. And then all of a sudden they ended up on Amazon for a little bit, and then they sold out. And the whole reason I even got it, because I didn't have money for it, was I kept it in my cart, and every time it said payment failed or whatever, I would just do the same payment over and over again, and then that would buy me like 12 hours before it said payment failed again.
Okay.
And so that kept it in my cart for like a couple weeks until I had enough money. But it is the Steelbook collection of the Christopher Reeve Superman movies.
How much did that cost you? I'm gonna hold on. It was $200.
No, but that would probably
150.
be reasonable, I suppose.
150.
You're closer. It was retail. Luckily, it was retail. I mean, they resell for probably like, I don't know.
No,
at
I'm
least
saying I thought
$200.
retail they would do that because
Oh,
steelbooks on their own are, almost $40, if not more.
it also has its own little like bonus.
Yeah, they have
Superman
one
collection.
of those like for the Harry Potter one that I didn't get, which goes for stupid money.
Yes, because they wanted to get it to be an even number, right? 8 oh wait, no, that doesn't make sense because it would have been 8 of them without that, so 9 of them with it. I don't know. What can I say? Warner Brothers is stupid. Yeah, like the villains one.
No, it was a different set. It was some Best Buy one. I'll put a
Was
picture
it
of
the
it up.
4K one?
It was either a 4K or a Blu-ray one. I can't remember which one.
I used to have the Blu-ray one and I sold it. It looked better than the 4K one because the 4K one, every one of them is black. So,
Yeah,
the
the Best Buy
covers
one was
look
all
cool.
colorful and stuff.
Okay, yeah, that was the Blu-ray one. That's the one I used to have.
I thought that one was pretty cool, but I have no use for the Blu-rays now.
Exactly my point. I was about to say I had no idea that you had interest in those. I would have given it to you at a discount, but I ended up just selling it to fund 4K, and then all of a sudden Best Buy screwed us because they released the first one and then no others. But they did have a set of those, and like I said, they were all black. But
Yeah,
they
we
keep
talked
doing
about that before.
with things. The Jurassic Park, they have that set coming out, and they're all black. I am happy I got the 4K Jurassic Park set from Zavvi, which they were different colors. Here's another
Pirates of the Caribbean. I saw
yes,
him.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Or Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Potato. This is a good example of ones that are all black.
Mm-hmm.
And I sold my Blu-ray steelbooks of these in order to fund these ones, the 4K. I'm okay with it. I mean, again, it doesn't look as nice on a shelf, but at least they're up to date 4K.
Yeah, I just have the first two on Blu-ray.
Excited.
Just the first two.
So I'm excited to watch all these. I love them. Really, all of them in their own way. I saw the 5th one in theater. I saw the first one in theaters. Let's not kid ourselves here. But I saw the 5th one in theaters too with my nephew. So special place in my heart for the 5th one. But the first one is like God tier level movie. I mean, just nothing compares to that. I used to really like the second one when I was a kid.
I did,
and then
too.
I rewatched it a few years ago, and I'm like, this is not a good movie.
Yeah, it's fine. Definitely wasn't as good as I remember. I remember really liking it. I thought that
I
Davy
remember
Jones
really liking it
so
too because
fucking cool.
Yeah, I was into all like dark stuff, like Batman Begins.
That was during my Tim Burton phase.
Everything was
which
just
lasted
so dark.
for a long time.
I loved it, dark and gritty and stuff. And now I watch it and I'm like, the whole movie is dark. It's too dark. In all honesty, it's cold. It's wet. Like Stellan Skarsgård as Will Turner's father. Like he keeps constantly having like just water, just coming off of him, and I don't like it.
No, I won't. The cat's out of the bag, Mr. Turner.
It just feels really weird and wet and cold and stuff. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But this thing ended up, I'll show you a picture of it. It came in a box that was absolutely crushed.
Yeah, I can see the corner.
It obviously, yep. Look at that. It's crushed on all corners.
Oh, that sucks. And it's from the UK. Yeah.
It is. Yes. So yeah, it showed up absolutely crushed. The box itself that it was in was completely annihilated. I'm fairly certain that Jim Carrey delivered it. And I mean, it was so bad. It was wet. It showed up wet.
Oh, that was that package.
That was that package. Yes. Just soaking wet and just destroyed, and half of the box was ripped open, and so on and so forth. And so I got in contact with Amazon, and I was livid, because I'm like, this is a collector's box, I might not care, but if I ever decide to sell this, somebody's going to care that the box is damaged.
They're gonna
Luckily,
think
the
you
steelbooks
it,
themselves,
and they're gonna think you're a nasty bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Whenever you buy something that's damaged from somebody else, that's what I always assume, is that they got it perfect and they fucked it up.
They didn't take care of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oddly enough, this is the first steelbook set I've ever gotten where it didn't come in a metal box. They always come in metal boxes usually, but whatever. And it's like the material of like the Halloween 4Ks, like that. Like
oh yeah,
cover.
that's pretty thick too.
It's a thick daddy. Anyway, so I had I was really angry. Once I saw the steelbooks themselves weren't damaged, I was more okay with it. But I was like, I need a partial refund for this. And they're like, we're not responsible for it. You bought it from a third-party seller. And I said, no, I didn't. I bought it from Amazon UK. And it was a whole thing. I had to talk to 3 different people. I had to talk to managers.
3 different people in 3 different countries. It was crazy.
Yeah, probably. Supervisor, I said, I need to talk to your supervisor. To this one woman, she says he has the same information I do. I said, I don't care. I still want to talk to him. She put me on with him. I was a dick, let's be honest, but I was really angry. They ended up not only giving me a partial refund, they just refunded the whole thing and said that I didn't have to send it back. Which I wasn't looking for that. I really, if I got like just a 20% refund, I would have been okay with it because that's all I wanted. But they wanted me to send it back. It already took 3 weeks to arrive. And then they said once it arrives back to them, then they'll refund me. And I'm like, that's not happening. This is your fault. This isn't my fault, and whatever. So, and the fact that they wouldn't take responsibility for it or whatever, it all worked out though. That's the important thing. But, it doesn't always with Amazon, but in this case, thank you, Amazon. I appreciate it. So now we're down to, I just have 2 groupings really left. So
cool. I have one more thing to show off that has 2 things involved with it. So I guess I'll just go next and then you just finish it. Because then I got to skedaddle. So this is due to my own, I guess you could say negligence of not purchasing what I should have months ago, because I could have. But then all this other Ghostface shit has come out, and I've been honestly spending money like, what do they say? Spending money like a happy sailor. No, it's a drunken sailor.
I don't think that's any saying, but okay. Spending money like they're swearing like a drunken sailor.
I think actually, I think it was either Socrates or Michelangelo that said it. I don't know. It's one of those historical figures, and I'm
pretty sure that's true.
And I meant Michelangelo, the Ninja Turtle. Anyway, so all right. The funny things aside, I should have gotten my my Scream 1 replica robe months ago, and I didn't get it. And if I get it now, I don't think I'm gonna get it in time for Halloween, to tell you the truth, because it's already September almost. And so I was getting curious, and I'm very short, Brandon. I get it. You don't have to tell me anymore. All right.
Oh, this is the child size.
Yes,
and it probably fits you perfectly.
It does in the length for sure, but it's so narrow that you have like this much robe to work with, and the streamers are so short that it's it's not good. But it's really cool. It's really cool to have though, just because I think it's like a novelty thing. I haven't seen anybody talking about it on YouTube. But the mask that it came with is not a child size. It's a full-size mask. which made me laugh. But it's really good. Like, I like it a lot.
Settle down there.
Better than what
that's
they've been doing, but
called the bib style mask.
oh yeah, I just had it tucked in the mask because it's stupid.
It is stupid.
And they're very light, like eye holes. I know all of them kind of are, but whatever.
It's always different with the bib style mask. They come from a more shallow mold rather than a deeper mold. So they're, if you were to like hold them side by side, like horizontal, you'll see that the bib style is a little bit
And look
shorter.
At these, look at these tiny. I mean, I have small hands, I guess, not like the smallest hands, but look at this glove. Look how
That
tiny
works
it is.
perfect. It fits your hand perfectly.
Yeah, but if you watch the movie, you know they're a little bit larger. So I would just wear my actual 25th mask.
If the
25th.
glove don't fit, you must have quit.
But anyway,
I can't stand the whole glove thing to begin with. You know,
I gotta show
how
you.
I feel about this.
So I gotta show you.
If
so
you're
I
a
got,
killer, you're not gonna want to take off individual items. You want it to all be one singular item, so you don't leave anything behind. That's all I'm saying. But yes.
So I looked at my old 25th robe, the one I got last year, and it's not an original production run, it's a second one. So I said, I guess I don't fucking care about this thing. So I took my old robe, and yes, it's exactly, I'm gonna say exactly what you think I'm gonna say. I fucking cut the bottom of it in a little like Scream 1 kind of style. Check this bad boy out. Is that the hood or is this the bottom? This thing is so fucking okay. That's the hood, so this is the bottom.
I'm scared.
You should be. You even see it? It turned out so much better than I thought it was going to turn out, and it's perfectly sized for me, and I fucking love it.
That's good.
I took the cuffs of the little armhole, and I sewed them together to be a lot tighter, so that way my hands don't pop out at all. And I've done like a couple practice runs of me running around my room like a fucking maniac and falling out. So I modified it, and I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
And I went so far because I don't give a fuck about this robe anymore. Now that I know that they keep making them, I took this one, and I put a little Velcro strip in there so my hood won't fall off while I'm running around. It's perfect. It's my ghetto solution, and I'm pretty excited.
It's not necessarily the Velcro thing is not a ghetto solution.
Well,
that's a real solution.
Yeah, I got that from that. But here's the creme de la fucking
Nate Reagan.
I mean, he was instrumental in this. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
And speaking of Nate, I've kept this here because I was gonna do a skit for you, and I haven't done it yet. But I was gonna be like, so I got this swatch of fabric, and without me, they couldn't have made do the whole thing and like put it on like a post, like a little piece of paper and flip it around and have like the Ghostface drawing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's good. I like that.
It turned out so much better than I thought. I'm pretty happy with it. But like last year, I remember getting made fun of by like actual little girls saying, "Is that a girl?" Like in the costume because I'm so short.
Why?
They're like middle schoolers. I think they're taller than me.
You left this part out of your story. I've never heard this part before.
I had that stupid tie, that I wore around
the belt. Now you're calling it a tie.
So I went on Amazon, and I told you I'm just gonna wear my like regular Doc Martens. I'm not buying a new pair because it's who gives a fuck. But are you ready for this?
I'm scared. You obviously bought a new pair of Doc Martens.
No, I bought these to like give me a couple inches taller, and it's really weird. It's like seeing the world from a different perspective. And it was almost like wearing high heels. So again, I put them on, and I was like running around to see if I could run without falling, because like you're like up. And I got pretty good at wearing high heels, so I think I'm an actual like natural born lady, like Pretty Woman Leatherface.
Don't they just go inside of the shoe?
Yeah, it just
They don't go on the outside, so they're not high heels.
but it's like it basically
I
makes
mean,
it like
that's
high
a
heel.
massive that is the most like stacked heel I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh yeah, I went for the biggest one
it's
they
two
had.
of them you have together at least.
Like because you can take it apart and adjust it, and it's so funny because it was like all the comments were like, "Oh, I'll wear these when my girlfriend wears her heels." I'm like, "Yeah, do you wear it while she fucks you in the ass too?" I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Somebody replied that to him?
No, I said that in my head. I'm like, I'm doing this for a fucking Halloween costume. You're doing that because you're insecure. I'm sorry, brother.
Until all of a sudden you start appearing taller at work.
I've had these for probably like a month and a half. It was right when I got the other robe, and I'm like, "Hey, this isn't gonna work. I'll just add it to the collection." But it's really funny though. I just noticed this. I'm like, they have to like be the same, right? But like, what a like funny difference. So here's the knife on this one.
Oh yeah,
right?
no, they're two different pictures taken.
Oh, I figured that, but like, they use the
Oh, that's funny.
yeah, because it's a kid's costume.
It's so weird. Show the normal one again, the knife on there. It's like a legit buck 120 that they have in that picture.
Yeah, it is.
That's so weird.
Yeah, that is weird. But anyway, that was my solution, and I'm actually pretty fucking happy with it. Pretty happy. So I still want to get a
Very
Scream
good.
Robes robe eventually, but
Yeah,
I thought I wasn't gonna divulge this until special features, but this I thought was
Very
the funniest
good.
part. I'll send you a video of me running around my room or something. It'll be quite entertaining.
I look forward to it. Perspective change.
Oh, good
Hello.
Lord.
Hello there. Hello. Look at that detail. Look at that.
That is very
That's
detailed.
I have a scar. See that scar I have?
Are you gonna tell us how you got these scars?
Brandon iPhone. It's funny it came up. Yeah, how did I get these scars? Ooh. Hello. Ooh, I don't like it.
Yeah, this is disgusting.
Kylo Ren.
God,
A
it's just
continuity camera just came up on the computer. That's what it says is continuity camera.
well,
weird?
you better start filming. You have 20%.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's do it. Look at us behind the scenes. Hey, anyway. Okay, let's do it.
Oh, you did? Okay, so you do have your multiples downstairs.
Yeah, I said all one of them. All one.
Very, very
duplicate.
good.
All right,
Oh,
can
God.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Maybe I should turn this a little bit.
You're good.
It swivels all the way over here. Look at that. Hey. Anyway. Yeah, so I got the oh no, I don't like the shadow. I can't see what I'm recording, by the way. So
It's both of the crypt creatures together.
Very good.
And then
All right,
Mission
so
Impossible 1 and 2, obviously.
Hey, don't you look up there. Anyway. So got the crypt creatures over here, and both of them very nice. You got your Arctic Ghostface, right?
Your Arctic Ghostface looks pretty good too. I like the paint job on yours and the shape. It looks like the one I have. Actually, it looks pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah, it was one of the only good ones that they had.
That was a hard one to find.
Bad ones.
The other one that I had, as I showed you, was like the paint was a little wonky and there's a dimple on the forehead. But like I said, that bad boy is gonna. I hope they don't re-release them because Daddy needs some money. Anyway,
that is the most popular one out of all the ones they released. The Arctic.
Really, for me, it's Crypt Creature, of course. But
well, I mean, I'm not saying what your favorite one is. It's just the most popular. And I also did this.
Yeah, it looks very good.
To look like the pictures. Because initially I straightened it out, and then I found out that's not how it's supposed to be. Anyway, Chrome Ghostface. Get your Chrome Daddy up in there. Aged Ghostface. Look at that
Very
beautiful
good.
bastard. Is
Yes.
it within the view of the camera?
Yeah.
And then glow in the dark. Very nice.
Very good. We have a very similar collection this year. I like.
Yes, indeed. It's all exactly the same ones.
Yeah.
And then I put these out because I didn't want what was I gonna do? Pull each one out singularly, pull them out as a stack and damage them, possibly. I don't know. So it's the Mission
That's
Impossible.
probably what I just did.
Steelbook collection. Yeah, maybe. So yeah, look at all that together. This is what took the longest, bringing all this stuff down. So yeah, look at that. Hey.
Very beautiful.
Lovely.
Lovely there, Mike. He's very good there, sir.
Anyway. So that's that. And then oh no, my microphone lost its ball. Go back up on there. Yeah.
It's the one and only time your ball was dropped.
Tickle. Anyway. And what's this in this box that says fragile?
Oh,
What could this possibly be, I wonder? Let's find out.
God,
Welcome to the WAYSH unboxing video. So today we're gonna take a look at what's inside this box. This is what's in that box with WAYSH. And what could this possibly be that's haphazardly shoved into this box?
I can't believe this.
Just one piece of bubble wrap, like the worst kind of bubble wrap too. You know, like it's not actual bubble wrap, it's just
air wrap.
Trash. Oh no.
That is
what happened here?
So when you sent me the thing and I didn't order it initially, I'm glad I didn't, because I was gonna actually order it, and then the next day, because I still haven't, and the next day you sent me that photo. I'm still waiting to see him in the store.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen, unfortunately.
I might have to bite the bullet and go online.
I think that you might, if they haven't sold out yet.
They haven't. I checked.
Because they didn't even have a spot for them at the Spirit I was at last night, and the Spirit I was at last night was very, very well stocked with things.
All I know is that the lady typed it in the computer, said it was in the back, and I was going to get a call, and I haven't gotten a call. So it's probably all sold out. But yeah, that fucking blows, because it's so cool. I mean, not that I don't like the Michael Myers one, but I like that one, especially because of the pumpkin. I love that design on it.
Look at that price. You see it? Look at that. Totally worth what happened to it. I found out it's made out of like a weird material though. It's like kind of ceramic, but also just like really, really thin, cheap ceramic.
Yeah.
Hey.
At least it does that. It lights out of the back of his fucking head.
Yeah. There we go. I'm trying to line it up. I can see my computer screen. There we go.
There you go.
Anybody want a part of a knife?
It could actually cut you.
Indeed. So
very good. So that was Brandon's version of Lucas's special features from August of last year, when I got the PS5 and I had like fucking 75 games that I showed off when I went to Trash Depot, and I got that amazing score, like one of the only times I had gotten a great deal. But
yes, I think that this is the most I've ever had to show off.
Very good. But anyway, Brandon, is there anything else you would like to say before Lucas goes to a concert? And expect a short and my first thoughts in my spoiler-free
so funny?
review of the concert.
Last night, I was going to send you like a parody audio message where I was going to be like, I'm Lucas, and I'm here to tell you my first thoughts on All American Rejects. And then I was like, it might not be that funny, but it would have been since you were already obviously thinking about it as a joke. So
yeah, I said it as a joke because like I thought to myself, there's really no way I'm going to make a short out of this that anybody would give
But
a
how
flying
would
fuck
you?
about. Like
Yeah.
what here they're doing. Hey guys, remember Move Along? Remember Swing Swing? Guys, here's my
Swing,
favorite
swing.
underrated
Oh.
gem. Here's
Swing, swing, swing from the tabletop. My heart is like
what did you just say?
I don't know. Swing, swing, swing from the tabletops. Is that what it is?
It's Tangles of.
Oh, I like my version more.
Well, that's fine because when I was a kid, and then Corey recently, when he was at work still working there, said
What happened to him?
he's an executive chef at Northville.
I hate everything about what you just said, but okay.
Yes. Anyway,
I hate that we keep losing them.
Yeah,
Okay,
well
go
now we
on.
lost him for good.
Yeah.
So they think well, I thought, and Corey said from the tablecloth.
Swing, swing, swing from the tablecloth. See, I think my version makes the most sense
It
because
does.
like you're like jumping from tabletops. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you're
from one
crazy.
table to another. Yeah.
Just like your heart, you know, is crushed by a former love. That's the tangles
Yep.
you're in. But anyway, yeah,
Swing,
you know, I mean,
swing,
it's
swing
a
from the
really
tangles up.
it's a really like indie band. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, you know. So
Indeed.
and then there was a Newfound Glory, which I don't even care about, but you know, it's just really funny that they're there. And then the Get Up Kids, I couldn't even tell you who they were. So I went to their like I was on Apple
The
Music the
Ghetto
other
Kids.
the the Get Up Kids.
Oh,
So
again, I like my version more.
so I'm like I'm not even gonna say it because she's gonna get triggered. But I did my car thing. I'm like, hey, play music by the Get Up Kids. And it started. I'm like, I don't recognize any of these songs. I'm like clicking through it, and it is the most generic pop punk music I've ever heard. So much so, in fact, I think that in high school, me and my friends could have made an equivalent band to that studio recording that I heard. So I'm pretty
That's probably
excited to
true.
see a lot of washed up emo kids from high school. I'm sure they'll be there. There's going to be the washed up celebrities on stage. You know, it's going to be a great time. I'm so excited. So tune in again for my spoiler free portion preview of the show.
Yeah. Well, Lucas, I hope it gives you hell.
I can guarantee you that's going to be the last song they play. It's going to be that one.
I would think Move Along. Move Along is their most popular song.
It'll be Move Along will be the last one. That'll be before it. I don't know if
Maybe
Swing
Gives You Hell will be
Swing,
the last, but then when they do their encore, it'll be
so
Move Along.
I'm trying to think of like all their like really popular ones. So like Swing Swing, where's that one going to be?
Somewhere thrown in the middle, probably.
I think it might be the first one. They'll have to do something that gets your attention, and they'll do everything else that nobody knows. They'll have Beekeeper's Daughter in the middle. They'll have Mona
There's
Lisa
gonna be,
When the World Comes Down in the middle.
if they have a new album, it's gonna mostly be that, probably. Which they must. That's that people only tour traditionally when they have a new album.
But no, I'm ready to go. Like you see the shoe choice that you made fun of me for as long as I've known you. I can put them to good use today.
That's funny. I'll keep you my dirty little secret, secret.
Who has to know?
Just another regret. Who wants to know? This is the perfect way to end it because it's so funny you show off those shoes because there is a oh, damn you to hell. Before I Forget by Slipknot and your favorite Corey Taylor.
Yeah.
Tell me, what's he wearing? Give it a second.
Oh,
they're maskless in this video.
That's sick. I can only imagine what he's wearing.
There you go. See it? Ah-ha-ha. There you go. That's the perfect way to bring this to a close.
Exactly. I'll put the picture up here, but I saw this meme. It was like it was like going to a fucking something about going to a concert, you know, like music from the early 2000s, and it just showed a picture of like the checkered vans, and I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah,
It's something
funny.
along those lines. I'll find it and put it up. But
well, it's good to know that Slipknot approves of your choice at least.
So now
you know
you approve. Like
no,
secondhand.
But
oh, you're a jerk.
Maybe I approve more of before. It's so hard to catch it where it's just on that. It's so quick, but whatever. I made my point. Corey Taylor approves of your life choices. Anyway,
Finally,
thanks for joining us, everybody. This was a long one. Hopefully it was a fun one.
That's what she said.
Indeed. And as for the broken Ghostface, I'm gonna try to glue the back together. I might fail.
Glue him back together with red glue. He's bleeding. You put him back together.
Yeah, I don't know if red glue is a thing, but I'll get some food coloring and I'll throw it into the glue. Glue's traditionally, you know, see-through. So all right. Thanks for joining us. Have you guys out there gotten anything new? If you have,
yeah, Screaming Ghostface collectors, let us know.
Yeah, have you gotten any of these masks? Are you having trouble finding some? All of them? Have you whatever? I don't know. Let us know all of your endeavors when it comes to the Ghostface mask collecting.
Indeed.
And we'll talk about it. Okay. And Lucas is gonna go see All American Rejects, and I'm gonna take off and I'm gonna play the best GameCube game ever.
Very good.
Love this game.
I can't wait to play it next week because I'm unironically gonna try it out.
I would hope so. I'm not gonna shove it into your backpack for no reason.
Exactly.
Other than for a joke. I did put a vinyl record on Lucas's car one time as a joke.
Exactly. And there was a letter in there that said "fuck you." That was it. I don't know who it was from until just now. All right. Bye, everybody.
Right. Bye, everybody.
I'm going to go listen to All American Rejects on vinyl.
I'm sure you can buy it at the concert.
Yeah, for like $100.
Yeah. Try to buy okay, tell me. When you go to the concert, tell me how much shirts cost, because
I bet you they're
last
$45.
concert I went to, they were 40. So let's
they're
see how
probably
much
only
they are
gone
now.
up.
Treat yourself to a shirt so you can have another shirt for the repertoire.
Yes, it's the Wet Hot All American Summer Tour. That's what's going to be on the shirt.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, I like the
Reminds
name.
me of Bradley Cooper.
All right, all right. Bye, everybody.
I don't think they're there anymore, but bye.